Hello friends, let's talk about today's essay. So in this essay, we are going to talk about in most societies, the role of a mother differs in some ways from the role of a father. So this is the statement they have given, that in most societies what happened, the role of a mother and the role of a father is different, means they carry out different responsibilities. Okay, so this is a statement that they have given us and we have to accept the statement that yes, it is happening. Now the question that they are asking, why do you think these differences exist? So we need to tell the reason, we need to discuss the reasons that why mother and father, they both have their different responsibilities. Okay, so we have to talk about the reasons. Apart from that, we need to talk about how might parental roles develop in the future. It means we need to talk about future, that in future what kind of differences we will observe in these parental roles. Okay, so let's say when we talk about this topic, so basically we always know that the role of a mother and a father is different, that we have also seen or we have also experienced in our families since childhood. So I've seen my mother like looking after we all like siblings. Then she used to be cooking food, she used to be cleaning the house, and all the domestic responsibilities were carried out by my mother. And if I talk about my father, I have always seen him working. Okay, so he was running a shop, so since morning till evening he was there at the shop and selling items over there. So this is how the duties of mother and father is different, but we need not to tell that the duties are different. We need to accept it and we have to mention the reasons why there is a difference. Okay, so we are going to discuss the differences here, so the reasons here why these are different. The very first reason that I am going to discuss now is traditional societal structure. Okay, so if I talk about like from the ancient times only, when this society structure was built by our ancestors, at that time only these roles were predefined. So they have divided the work. So that work culture was developed, and the females, they were given the domestic responsibilities, and the male, they were considered that okay, they will be going out, they will be moving out of the house to earn money and to provide financial security to the families. And that old age traditions, that old age ideas are still prevailing in many societies. So why it is happening? This is a traditional societal structure, or I would say this is a traditional thinking of people. Conventional means traditional, that is being there for a long time, might be for ages. So since time immemorial means a very previous time, like a very long ago. So from that time, men are considered breadwinners. Breadwinners means earning money for the family. And women are considered homemakers. Homemakers means they'll be staying at home and they'll be looking after all the domestic responsibilities. And why this is happening? It's all because of the societal structure that was predefined since ages. The second reason we have is due to certain obvious characteristics of males and females. So as a male and a female, they have their own different characteristics. And what these characteristics are, males, they are considered to be strict and rational. So because of their strictness, because of their logical thinking, basically they are considered fit for working outside. So they are tough enough, they are strong, they are brave. So all these these characteristics are always associated with males. And females, they are always considered emotional, soft hearted, tender, and they have a lot of patience. So patience is something which is required to raise a child. So since they are there at home, they have to raise the child, they have to look after the aging parents, might be, then they have to manage all the social obligations. So many things are there that they're supposed to do. And why and how they are doing? Because they have these characteristics inbuilt in themselves. Okay, so males, they are considered strict, brave, and females, they are to be like soft hearted, they are emotional, they are tender. So that is why they are suitable for looking after children and all other like aging parents or might be ill family members at home. Okay, so there are two basic reasons that we have to discuss for this difference in their responsibilities or in difference their work they are doing. The very first is societal structure, and the second is it's all because of their characteristics that they are having. Okay, now in next paragraph we need to discuss that what kind of changes we will be expecting or we will be predicting in future, what we think might happen in future. So the very first is difference in these roles would be bridged, would be eliminated or would be vanished. Means whatever the differences are there in future, all these differences would be vanished, would be disappeared, would be bridged in upcoming years, means in near future. And why? Because with the process of feminism and gender equality, now we see that now this is the time of feminism. Females, they have started coming out of their houses and they have started shouldering their responsibilities of this, like running the houses, financial security with the males. Okay, so with the feminism and the gender equality means male and females, they have started actually in urban areas, they have started working in the same way. So both they are working, they are going out of their houses to earn money, and at the same time both, like turn by turn, they look after their child. Even fathers also, they have already started looking after their child. They have become more protective for their children. They spend a lot of time and they obviously keep a check on the progress of their children. So this is already happening in a few places, but yes, this might become a very common place in future for everywhere or for most of the societies. Then people in the contemporary era means nowadays. So people nowadays, they are literate, means they are educated and they are broad-minded. So they are broad-minded means they consider everything in the same way. They don't differentiate like this is meant for males and this is for females. So they don't have this difference in themselves. And then what they do is they will plan things together, like mother and father, they plan things together for the bright future of their offspring. Offspring means children. Okay, and both will be shouldering equal responsibilities. Shouldering equal liabilities means sharing equal responsibilities. So in future what will happen, whatever the difference we are looking these days, okay, females, they are meant for looking after the family, they are homemakers, and fathers, obviously they'll be the breadwinners. So in future what will happen, father and mother, they both would be considered breadwinners. At the same time, they both would be considered homemakers. They will be sharing both of the responsibilities equally, and this is what going to happen in future. And it's all why? Because feminism, gender equality, people are broad-minded, they are educated, they are aware about it, and they would really like to burst all these traditional societal practice. So these are the things that will happen in future. Okay. So I hope this topic is clear to you, and you can write it if you want to write now. Like if you haven't taken this exam, so obviously you can prepare writing it for the future exams, and if you have already taken this exam, I wish you all the best for your result. Okay.